there is a problem that most people have in their mindset about English language. Uh, it's like you have this belief system and you are not even aware of this because you think that this is all right. This is the way to think in this way. Um, but it's actually very stupid, and very illogical. I'm being more direct because it is actually bad way to think. Um, so what happens in general? There are two ways to create our perspectives. One is rational, and another one is irrational. So rational is logical, and like 1 + 1 = 2, and then it's logical for you, so you take it, you accept it, and it becomes your rational perspective. And similarly, you have a lot of different kind of situations in your life, and then those are logical to you, and you accept it, you agree with this, and then they become your perspective, right? So on the other side, about irrational perspective, that is something illogical, in short. For example, we always want to feel safe, right? Because we don't know what's going to happen in the future. We always want to have the conclusion of every story because we want to feel safe. This is why we believe also in irrational perspective as well, something like God and divine energy or something, because if we believe in those things, we have the fundamental perspective, like religion, and it helps us to give the conclusion, okay, nothing will happen to me, everything is all right. Like we have the conclusion, and we this is why we have this irrational perspective as well. So what is happening in EU right now with English? You have this kind of perspectives about English, maybe rational or irrational, because without knowing what language is and how to use language and what for there is language, you are just going outside or like globally or publicly, and you're trying to use English, and then you are getting scared because your perspective doesn't support you to feel safe, because the knowledge that you have, that is not sufficient. All right, and this is why, because people think that English is like super cool language, it is universal, everybody's using English, and we have to be cool like them because they are speaking super fast. You got to speak super fast, you got to copy them, you got to do it this way, you got to use really complicated words, complicated grammars to get attention, and a lot of other weird things that we have in our brain, and those things don't actually make sense. Those are all unreal because you never researched about what really language is and how to speak in the language. You just made up your own perspective without even like proper research. And this is why you are scared when you are using English in public, because you don't know how to use that language. And what even language is fundamentally. And you just copied them. Yeah, we need to copy to learn, but not to copy to understand what they are doing, because they might do wrong things, and you are copying wrong things also. It also can happen. And this is what is happening, and this is why you are just happening or believing in this way that you have to be perfect. You have to do like them, otherwise you'll not get attention, otherwise you are making mistakes, otherwise people are judging you, otherwise you don't have good English, B2, B1, C1, and all of those things. Like literally it's not right. You are making like hypothesis. It's not practical, it's not logical about language, because language doesn't work in this way. It's not like that. This is why you were speaking on a call or video call, and you were always thinking, oh my gosh, I made a mistake, maybe that word was wrong, or maybe this grammar, maybe that pronunciation, the accent, I had wrong, or maybe like, I don't know, this guy's from the US or UK, maybe they are judging me, I'm from a different country and don't speak English, so we are underrated because we don't speak English. So we have this kind of mindset. All right, check out what you're thinking. pretty well. Go deeper, understand why you have this. If you still have this kind of stagnant belief system, you'll never get out of this loop. You will always have this problem because you're using wrong perspective to do good things. Change your perspective and you'll be totally free from your fear and anxiety. Yeah.